Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news, so, folks, buckle up because the NFL landscape is buzzing right now, and the Cowboys are right in the thick of it. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape our offense and send shockwaves through the NFC East. The name at the center of all this chatter: Tyreek Hill, the lightning-fast wide receiver from the Miami Dolphins. Now I know what you're thinking, Hill in Dallas. It sounds almost too good to be true, but the whispers are growing louder and the implications are enormous. Let's break down what could be a historic move and what it means for the Cowboys' Super Bowl ambitions. First, let's set the scene. The Dolphins, sitting at 4-7, are in a bit of a rebuild mode after a disappointing season. They still have cap space, around $20 million, and are actively listening to offers for Hill. The Dolphins, led by coach Mike McDaniel, are trying to navigate a tough schedule, and with Hill sidelined for several weeks earlier in the season due to a quad strain, their offense has struggled to find consistency. Hill, despite missing a chunk of games, has been electric when on the field. In just 4 games, he's managed to rack up 21 receptions, 265 yards, and a touchdown, his average of 66. 3 yards per game, and his top-tier PFF grade of 91. 2 show he's still among the best in the league when healthy. At 31, Hill remains one of the fastest players in the NFL, and his explosiveness is unmatched. His career stats, more than 0 receiving yards and 73 touchdowns, are a testament to his game-changing ability. He's a true deep threat, capable of stretching defenses and creating mismatches that defenses just can't handle. Now, why would Miami consider trading Hill? Well, there are a few reasons. First, their rebuild is in full swing, and they need to free up cap space to lock in key players, especially on the offensive line and defensive line. Extending players like Tua Tagovailoa or Jalen Waddle is a priority, and shedding Hill's contract could help them retool faster. Plus, Waddle's emergence has made the Dolphins' receiving core a bit crowded, and they might prefer a fresh start or a high draft pick to build around. Speaking of draft picks, the Dolphins are reportedly asking for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick the same year. That's a hefty price, but considering Hill's impact, it's understandable. Now let's shift gears to the Cowboys. Our offense has been a mixed bag this season. CeeDee Lamb has been solid with a PFF grade of 88.6 and leading our receiving core, but the overall attack has lacked that explosive element. Dak Prescott has been doing his best, but without a true deep threat, defenses often crowd the line, daring us to beat them underneath. Enter Tyreek Hill. If the Cowboys manage to land him, it's a game changer. Hill would instantly bring that lightning-in-a-bottle speed we've been missing. Imagine him streaking down the field, pulling safeties deep and opening up lanes for our other weapons. Dak's numbers would likely skyrocket, adding an easy one, 300 yards through the air and potentially 16 more touchdowns, transforming our offense into a nightmare for defenses. But it's not just about the production. Hill's presence would elevate our third down efficiency. Currently, our conversion rate sits at roughly 39%, but with Hill's ability to create mismatches and stretch the field, that number could jump to over 50%. That's huge. Red zone efficiency. Expect an uptick too, with Hill's ability to make contested catches and turn short gains into explosive plays. His impact would ripple through every facet of our offense, making us significantly harder to defend and giving Dak more options to pick apart defenses. Looking at the bigger picture, adding Hill could revive our Super Bowl aspirations. His addition would boost our odds from around +20 to +4 500, a substantial increase in championship probability. It's like adding that missing piece that turns a good team into a great one. And with Mike McCarthy's offensive mind, particularly his vertical passing game, Hill's speed would be reminiscent of those iconic Colts teams from the 2000s, featuring Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne. Think about the possibilities. Big plays all over AT&T Stadium, especially in high-pressure playoff moments. Hill's ability to explode past defenders would make him a nightmare for secondary units like the Eagles, and his presence could be the X factor that pushes us over the top. Of course, every trade has its risks. Hill's injury history, especially the recent quad strain, raises some concerns, but when healthy, he's proven to be one of the most dynamic offensive players in the league. Plus, the Cowboys' offense has shown resilience and adaptability this season, and with the right pieces, we could see a significant leap forward. Our offensive line, while solid, would need to provide Dak with enough protection for those deep routes, but that's a manageable challenge. The key is making the deal happen without giving up too much of our valuable draft capital, but the potential reward far outweighs the risks. This move is more than just a trade rumor, it's a statement. The Cowboys are positioning themselves as serious contenders, ready to make a bold push for another Super Bowl. With Hill in the mix, our offense becomes a nightmare for defenses, a high-powered machine capable of scoring from anywhere on the field. It's the kind of move that could redefine our season, energize our fans, and set us up for a deep playoff run. Imagine the scenes, Dak connecting with Hill on a deep ball, the crowd roaring as the stadium lights up with big plays. That's the kind of football we've dreamed of all season, and it might be just around the corner. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical about the price or the injury risks, but let's be real. The Cowboys have a chance to make a statement here. Adding a player of Hill's caliber isn't just about making our offense better. It's about sending a message to the rest of the league that the Cowboys are all in on chasing that sixth Lombardi. The NFC is fierce, with teams like the Eagles and 49ers pushing hard, but with Hill on board, we'd be right there at the top, ready to take on anyone. And let's not forget the history of the Cowboys. We've always been about big plays, legendary moments, and making the impossible happen. Adding Tyreek Hill would be another chapter in our storied franchise, one that could lead us to that elusive sixth Super Bowl. Fans, it's an exciting time, and the possibility is right there. It's a move that fans have been dreaming about, and it's starting to look more and more like a real possibility. So what do you think? Are you ready for the Cowboys to pull the trigger and bring Hill to Dallas? Do you believe this could be the missing piece? The NFL is unpredictable, but one thing is for sure. If we get Hill, our offense will be unstoppable, and our Super Bowl chances will skyrocket. We've seen teams make bold moves before, and this could be ours. It's a gamble, but one that could pay off big time, propelling the Cowboys into the elite tier and giving us a shot at that sixth Lombardi trophy. Remember, folks, the NFL is all about moments, big plays, clutch performances, and game-changing additions. Tyreek Hill in Dallas could be just that. We're on the verge of something exciting, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. Stay tuned, because the Cowboys are always in the mix, and with a move like this, our future looks brighter than ever. The NFC East is about to get a whole lot more interesting, and I, for one, am here for it. Let's keep the passion alive, and who knows? Maybe this season will be the one we finally bring home that sixth Super Bowl. Cowboys Nation, let's get loud and proud because the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. Do you believe adding Tyreek Hill would be the move that pushes us over the top? Or do you think there are better options out there? Either way, I want to know what you think. The offseason is always full of surprises, and this one could be the biggest yet. Keep your eyes peeled because the Cowboys are always in the mix, and with the right moves, we're headed for another legendary season. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Let's ride this wave together because Cowboys Nation always stands tall.